learnt about resources and development in our last chapter. That's our first chapter, right? So everything available in our environment that can be used to satisfy our needs, we call it as a resource. So today we are going to learn something very interesting, something we see in our daily life. Okay, so we are going to step into our chapter number 2, that is forest and wildlife resources. As you can see on my screen, okay, we are going to learn about forest and wildlife resources. So children, let me take you to a journey. Yeah, just look at them. Yes, and we can also go into a jungle safari now. Let me take you to a jungle safari. See, very huge, thick forest. We can see lush green forest. Yes, so India is a land of lush forests, mighty rivers, rich wildlife, which is blessed with incredible variety of plants and animals, children. From the snow-covered Himalayas to the tropical forest of the Western Ghats, on every corner, okay, of our nation, it's like a shelter for many life forms. So life forms, when we talk about it, so here I'm going to show you flora and fauna. Okay, flora and fauna. Let me write it for you. Flora. When I say word flora, you have to just remember the word plants. So whatever the details of plants, it can be trees, it can be saplings, it can be like fruits, flowers, anything, it comes under flora. Next we see about fauna. Okay, fauna, Fauna. Fauna totally deals with animals. The word deals with animals. Okay, as you can see on my screen, please look at the screen. You see different types of flora and fauna. On my screen, we see different types of trees here. We have teak tree, sal tree, mango tree, arjun tree and silver ferns. Then we have, just look at this, we have some animals on my screen. Just look at them. We have wild dog, barking deer, leopard, chinkara deer, okay, wolf. Why do you see them on the screen? So this lesson is going to teach us conservation of forest and wildlife, children. We are going to learn conservation and how to conserve the forest and wildlife in our India. So as you can see on my screen, here, India is a mega diverse nation. As I have told you in the starting of this chapter, India is a land of lush forests, mighty rivers, okay, lush forests, mighty rivers, as well as rich wildlife we see in India. Okay, then here we have, I'm going to pick your favorite color, some of your favorite color, red color. Okay, so here, first point, India has 4 biodiversity spots. Okay, 4 biodiversity spots, and more than 12,000 species are being found here. Olive ridley seal turtle is being seen in India. Over 90,000 of species of animals and 45,000 of plant species are being discovered in India. India's national animal is Bengal tiger. We all know it. And Indian national bird is Indian peacock. National flower is lotus. And national tree is banyan tree. And India has 104 national parks, 566 wildlife sanctuaries, 18 biosphere reserves. Children, you might get any of this in your examination as a fill in the blanks or chooses. Okay, please kindly note them properly. Now we'll go back. Then today we will be learning one more thing called as conservation of forest and wildlife, as just now I have told with you. So conservation means something we protect, which is there, we are going to protect it. Okay, as you can see on my screen here, we have the Indian Wildlife Protection Act 1972. So it is Indian Wildlife Protection Act 1972 which I am speaking now. This particular act which I am speaking is a landmark law, became a turning point in our environmental history. To protect our wild animals, birds, plants, and to create national parks, as well as to create wildlife sanctuaries, biosphere reserves where nature could thrive freely. Okay, Chinkara, Gondwana. So what happened is the central government, okay, I'll write it for you. The central government, what did it do? Has announced several projects for protecting gravely threatened species. That means they are very endangered. So in this list, tiger. First of all, we have tiger. Just look at this. We have tiger. We have one-horned rhinoceros, Kashmir stag, Asiatic lion, freshwater crocodile, saltwater crocodile. We also have gharial, chinkara, godawan, and snow leopard. There are not only these, there are many other things like we have black buck. We have black buck. And that's what we have just now seen, chinkara. Okay, I have shown you just now. That is chinkara. And godawan, we call it as another name. Let me show you once again, godawan. This one. Children, this godawan has another name. I'm writing the name for you. It is called Indian bustard. Indian bustard. Indian bustard. Okay. Now let us talk about one of the most successful initiatives under this act, which came in 1973. That is Project Tiger, which came in 1973. Please look at my screen, children. Please look at my screen. What do you see? We see a person trying to kill a tiger. What could be the reason? Just let me know what could be the reason. For meat. It could be for meat. For skin. And for pleasure. You know, children, they kill animal for pleasure. Hunting is a pleasure for them. Okay. Export the meat or some other things. There are many other reasons. Poach these animals. Okay. Very good. So, let us learn what is Project Tiger now. Okay. It's very clear that the mission was very clear to save the majestic tiger of our national animal from disappearing forever. Special tiger reserves were set up across the country. Poached for the skin, bones and all these things. Especially the tiger reserves were set up across the country. There are different parts I am showing on the screen. Okay. Sanctuaries, wildlife sanctuaries, okay, in order to protect the tiger. Corbett and Bandhavark to Sundarbans and Nagarjuna Sagar, we have different types of reserves which are helped in taking care of these tigers. Periyar Tiger Reserve in Kerala, Bandhavark National Park, see here, this is Bandhavark National Park, Sariska Wildlife Sanctuary in Rajasthan, Corbett National Park, Manas Tiger Reserve in Assam, Sundarban National Park in West Bengal, Periyar Tiger Reserve in Kerala. In board exams, you're going to get one of this in your mapping questions, and one question definitely in mapping you will get from second chapter of history. Okay, nationalism in India you will get. So apart from that, in this lesson you will definitely get one of this. So kindly note down 1 mark, any 1 mark you might miss. Okay, kindly note down this wildlife sanctuaries. As you can see on my screen, see the gradual increase of the population. Okay, so what is happening? This chart shows 1972 till 2022. Only about 1,411 tigers from 2006. You see here in 2006 this one. Okay, the number rose to nearly 3,000 by 2022. So after the Project Tiger, just now which I have explained you, taking care of this project with the tigers in the wildlife sanctuaries, just as I have shown you, the increase in population of tigers can be seen. Okay, we see that the number is doubled here. Okay. It's a proud moment for India and a symbol of hope for conservation. Later what happened? The Forest Conservation Act 1980 came into progress, and to further strengthen the protection, this act focused on preserving forest land and preventing its misuse. So this is how I'm going to end this topic. So let us just learn few questions. I'm going to ask few questions now. Let us just check how much you have learned. What was the primary objective of Indian Wildlife Protection Act? Just now as we discussed, children. Yes, to promote tourism in wildlife areas, protect endangered species and their habitats, to increase the tiger population, to establish more zoos across in India. Yes, your answer is correct. To protect endangered species and their habitats. Very good. Question. The following is not a tiger reserve. Which one? Just remember the mapping skills which I have taught you just now. Yes, Ratnambore National Park is not a part of, it's not a tiger reserve, right? Next one. What was the estimated tiger population in India at the turn of 20th century. What was that? Let me know once again. It's 1827. Very good. So tomorrow's class we are going to learn about types and distribution of forest and wildlife resources, community and conservation. Okay. Thank you children.